everybody. Got a collection update video. In the background we'll be listening to this. I know I just showed it last week, but I've been spending the shit out of it since it came in the mail. This is Destructor's Maximum. Oh man. Destruction. Shit. I always want to say it. The movie. So, that's going to be playing in the background. So I got a small little collection update video. I wanted to show some other stuff that I got with it. I might put that in a different video because it really doesn't match this. Not saying these all match either. So let's get going with it. So first, I was just talking about this album the other day. This is Windir's Arntor, which this is probably one of my favorite black metal bands. It's in the top 10, definitely. Especially this album. I have Legford and seen this reissue just recently. I decided to grab it. I think it was released in 2002. And the first person that turned me on to this album was actually Marty Worm. He showed this album and talked about it. So I went and checked it out on YouTube and was absolutely blown away. Absolutely blown away by this. It's a black metal, a little atmospheric, some melodic stuff, and a lot of Baroque style, like classical sounding stuff in it, and I really dig that. This is all in a different language. I'm not sure if it's Norwegian. It's something else, but it's fantastic. There's not much in the lyric this, so I'm not going to show that. It seems like this album cover is a little darker than the one that Marty showed. Can't see the record company. Head for... Oh shit. Let me get my lighter. Head something. Fuck. I'll put it in the description below. But anyway, there's I like the folklore stuff in it. Like, I think there's one song, if I translate it right, it's The Troll and the Blacksmith. It's 9-minute track and just freaking phenomenal. The clean vocals come in there. The black metal vocals are perfect, but the clean vocals in this are just fist pumping, triumph sounding Viking stuff, I guess. Obviously, I think Windir means warrior. This is just absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Every track on it, all 7 tracks. The intro track starts off with some keyboard or synth work, and it'll get stuck in your head for days, and then it comes in with all the other stuff, and it goes into the first track that just phenomenal. There's a breakdown in the first track where it's just the guitar by itself with a little delay, and it just sounds epic. This is an epic black metal album. Great, and it'll be in the description below if you want to check it out. Hopefully spread the word about that. I've seen a couple people show that, but it's amazing. So in the mail today, wearing my Dying Fetus shirt, Brandon Dement sent me another CD, and this is Dying Fetus, Infatuation with Malevolence, which has 2 demos on it. It's a compilation. I think the first demo is actually Infatuation with Malevolence, and the second demo that's on here is Bathe in Entrails. And Bathe in Entrails, I remember hearing that back in the day. It's 1993. Old school brutal death metal, and it just sounds freaking phenomenal. The 94, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the 94 demo, it's pretty good. It's just the bass, you can't really hear it. The drums kind of sound almost drum machine-y like, I guess. Best way to describe it. Still fantastic, very good. But I really like the Bathe in Entrails. I was so stoked that was on there. So Brandon, thank you for sending me this. As you know, for my last video, I got War of Attrition. I've just been loving this band for pieces, so I'm planning on picking up all their stuff. I like their old logo. pretty cool. But anyway, fantastic. Thanks again, Brandon, for sending this. I've been listening to this one a lot. Fantastic stuff. Next up, Delirium Zoo. Some death doom from the Netherlands, released in 1990. I used to have this on cassette. I used to have it, and then it's one of those things, I just don't know what happened to it. And this is a damn hard album to find anywhere. So when I forgot where I picked this up off of, and I can't remember who released it. Reissue. This is a recent reissue. It's a phenomenal death doom. If you really like death doom, especially to describe what this band sounds like, it's take Celtic Frost and have Mark Van Drunen do vocals. That's the best way to describe this album. The vocals also, in some of it, whenever he puts reverb on his vocals, sounds a lot like Chuck Schuldiner on like Spiritual Healing, whenever he does some of that real deep guttural stuff on Spiritual Healing. But this has it all. This is fantastic. And it also comes with their demos. The second bonus disc has their demos, which actually sound just as good as the studio album. It's the same tracks on it, and I believe it has some live stuff. I didn't really get into the live stuff before I made the video. I mainly listened to that first disc. Just absolutely phenomenal. So, added a little bit more to my Death Doom collection, and so stoked to have this back in it, and that's what the artwork looks like. Just fucking killer. Not much in here to look at. Actually, there is. I'll take that back. I actually haven't opened it up just till now. So you got some flyers and some stuff. Well, I wish they had this on wax. And that's pretty much it. Some liner notes and some not vocals, but lyrics. But fantastic album. Definitely, if you don't know this one, definitely look this one up. Just absolutely phenomenal death metal. Can't stress that enough. Just the old school sound. I love the production on this. The guitars kind of have that Celtic Frost vibe into it. Definitely in the riffing, but the guitar tone itself does. But it's in the mix. The drums are out front. The vocals are right with the drums, and you could hear the bass. It's pretty audible. But fantastic. Definitely look this one up. Gotta flip my record over. I got 2 vinyls to show. I've been really debating on showing some other stuff, but I think I'm gonna definitely put it in another video because it just doesn't match this stuff. And the fan base, because I listen to just about everything. If it's metal, I'll listen to it. I don't give a crap if it's deathcore or metalcore or glam metal or whatever. If it's good, I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna buy it. So I got some other stuff to show, and I might make another video at some other point. So this was cool find today. It's another album I haven't had for a while. That's Cro-Mag's Best Wishes, and I think I had this on cassette at some point. Don't know what I did with it. And then just didn't have it. I never really had the urge of picking it back up again for some stupid ass reason. And I liked this album back in the day, but I love this album more today. Does that make sense? Some albums just kind of grow on you. Age of Quarrel was my album to go to back in the day. I just fucking absolutely loved that album. And this one didn't sound anything like Age of Quarrel, so I kind of didn't pay much more attention to it. So saw this at the record store, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll grab it. It's a reissue on BFD, and I put it on this record player and probably spun it definitely, I'd say 8 or 9 times. I just kept on listening to it over and over again. It's one of those albums. You know what I'm talking about. There's albums in your collection that you just can't stop listening to and you wish was longer. This is one of those albums for me right now. To describe this album, the drums are freaking pummeling. This is crossover thrash. I would say there's some traditional heavy metal on it. There's also a song on there, and I think it's called The Only One, where it almost has a speed metal vibe to it, because the vocalist actually does some really cool vocals on it. And then that part, it gets really heavy in that song, just good God. The guitar riffs in this is just phenomenal. Guitar solos are phenomenal, but that guitar tone is amazing. I love the guitar tone on this. And what I really love about this album is that bass. That bass guitar in this is just like a bulldozer. This is absolutely fantastic album. It's right up there with Whiplash right now. If I made a new ranking of thrash metal albums, this would be number 2. So I may do that. And of course, this one would be up there with it. So if you guys want me to do a new one and probably talk about these albums a little bit more and what one's my favorite, just comment below, let me know. Because I know I've done thrash ones, but I want to do a new one and show these new albums to my collection again and talk about them and have a list. Fucking phenomenal. Love this shit. Love that fucking album. On my show is I picked up the same day I picked that Cro-Mags up. I think I wanted to get some more crossover thrash. DRI, Dirty Rotten Imbeciles. So I did a lot of skateboarding to this album in particular back in the day. It's not my favorite DRI album, to be honest with you. I do like it. I think I like crossover just a little bit, actually a lot more. It's more aggressive than this one. This one's more, it's thrashy. I mean, obviously Thrash Zone. It's more heavy metal with a little crossover and thrash metal. I could be, that's what my takes are on it, but I love this album. It's great. I listened to it a couple times after that one. Made a mistake. Whenever you listen to the Cro-Mags album and you listen to something, anything else, like Destructor or Whiplash, that Cro-Mags album just puts you in your ears, tunes your ears to a different sound. It sounds thunderous, so everything else sounds weak after it. That's what I did to this album, so I wasn't too impressed with my first listen because I haven't listened to this in years. And my goodness, listened to it the other day to work and I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is badass. So Thrasher, I like that. Beneath the Wheel, labeled Incurable, I really love that track. Abduction, I think they did a video with Abduction, and that's a pretty good song about kidnapping. There's a lot of political stuff in this, like gun control, other stuff. It's just a great album. This one's a Metal Blade, and I liked how they did this. Put the order form on it, basically with all their albums, and old school. Pretty cool how the Metal Blade did this. Obviously, this is a reissue. But I really like the label. Don't really care too much for the color, but it's fine. I think it's a peach something, but that's the old school Metal Blade logo, and I love that. I think that looks wicked. Absolutely fantastic. And I didn't even show you guys the variant on that Cro-Mag, so show that real quick. But pretty stoked lately. I found some stuff at a garage sale I'll show some other time. But the variant on this one, pretty fucking sick. Comes in this sleeve, I guess, with the lyrics. Well, no, there's no lyrics, just liner notes and the title listing, so that's cool. Pretty cool variants, some black and red on clear. And this thing, you know, this thing sounds really freaking good. They did really good on the reissue. It just sounds amazing. I don't know if this is a remaster. I don't think it is. It didn't say anywhere on there. fantastic one. But anyway, that's my video. Listening to Destructor in the background. Have a good one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want me to redo my Thrash, my favorite Thrash. Might do like a top 20. That'd be cool because I know I showed those records before, but it is what it is. Y'all have a good one later.